Let's go. You know, the podcast this week, Pat, I know that we had to rush on it, but there's that 5 seconds in the beginning. So every time I listen to the podcast, I'm like, why is it not playing? Like I'm trying to figure out the volume on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we didn't cut off the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here. I wish it was a wonderful Saturday night. It is a cold. It has been rainy.
Tons of rain.
The landlord said, though, at least it's not snow. And I thought about it today because at one point it looked like it was almost
It was like a freezing rain. Me and Patsy went outside a couple times.
Well, it's snow Monday, isn't it?
No.
Why? Go sit in the corner.
Really?
Time out for you. Jesus.
Daddy, no. Daddy, no. Really? Again? All right.
like
Chris Skilling, can I get my weather forecast?
It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick or anything. I don't think.
I don't have anything on Monday about snow. I have rain pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're hearing this on Monday, this
62 on Wednesday. Woo!
I mean, it's 33 and rainy on Tuesday, so it could be some flurries there.
I got
could be
45 and rainy.
But
so.
as I was saying, it looked like it was snowing.
Not 45 and rainy. So let me get my bid out, and then you can start talking.
It's a high at 45, Chris. They gotta be 45 of them all day,
I
baby.
have a low of 33. Okay, calm down there. You're like CBS News, and I'm Tom Skilling over here with the good stuff.
Fake news, Tom. Fake news.
I actually have so let's go back to what we were talking about off the podcast. Let's get back in this last weekend. So,
where you're all hot and bothered.
yes. First of all, you could have texted a man.
You got a binder of notes.
Yes,
here?
I have disagree. You know, listen, this is kangaroo court, all right? So
Kangaroo court. We're going here.
I brought the arguments with me.
I got my.
I like white boys.
If you've not seen that is the
Go look up the Rick and Morty
yes
spoof of the court case.
When that originally came out, it was just like a sketch.
Yeah.
It was a very rough sketch of just like, here's, Rick, Stan, there's no animation, just a picture. And as the years have gone on, it has gone through an animation cycle and then coloring. And now you can see the whole thing probably in, from start to finish, fully animated and colored. It's really cool.
That's hilarious. That brings up I was watching YouTube clips, and it was one of a JRE podcast of Joey Diaz and Joe Rogan talking about Joey Diaz taking, there used to be these, or THC pills, and then he would take a THC, like, nighttime, like, go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so he took two THC pills.
One for sleep, one for not?
No,
or
just the
both?
THC is both. This is all for sleep.
Okay.
He had he had something big thing going on, and he didn't think he was going to be able to get to sleep. So he's trying to help himself get to sleep early. Took 2 THC pills that would kill most, like, any of us taking one.
Yeah.
We would probably think the walls were like, melting.
I've heard the levels of which Joey Diaz does edibles.
So he took the 2, takes the liquid shot of like THC that's supposed to put you to bed, waits around a little bit, throws on a little music, gives it maybe 10 minutes, he says. It's not working. Takes another two THC pills. Passes out immediately in his chair. Wakes
Sounds
up.
about right.
But this is all, think about this in like animation, like almost like Family Guy.
Okay.
They're doing like this in Family Guy.
I'm sure this is a very clean version of Joey Diaz telling the story as well.
No, it's straight off the Rogan, like right off the. There's C-bombs and like.
Yeah.
So he's like, the reason I woke up is I was on fire because I have a space heater in my office and it was sitting on my booty. So he says he wakes up, he doesn't know where he's at. He goes downstairs. His wife had just bought a pound of head cheese. First of all, head cheese is disgusting.
Oh.
Any person who eats head cheese, you need to get your
Big
head
Mike.
checked.
I don't think I know what head cheese is.
It's like a circular thing, and it's gelatin, but it's like all like random pieces of like the meat, and it's not
It's like the meat that you don't use, like
it's almost like hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the olive loaf thing almost.
Yes,
pretty much,
absolutely, 100%. So a pound of head cheese, so a pound of head cheese and a pound of ham, that his wife just bought, and then he got crackers, and his wife. And he thought to himself, as long as I don't have the bread, I'm good, baby, I'm good. Pounds all of it, 2 pounds of meat. Goes back and goes into his sleep apnea machine. Takes his sleep apnea machine off, and a slice of cheese falls and slaps him in the face. His wife is like, Joey, really, a pounded cheese? Like, are you serious? And he's like, Larry, get off my... You don't know what I've been through. And all you hear is Joe Rogan just dying laughing. But you got to go look at it's so funny how they emanate this whole thing.
Is this one of the times when, or one of the videos where it's animated by that one guy?
Yeah, who does like
he does all
Theo
of them
Von?
for him. Yeah, he does all of them for a lot of
Bro,
those
it
guys.
is. God, I wish I could say any of the words that Joe uses. It's so freaking good. Oh my God! But okay,
Is one of the words CS?
Yeah.
It's a big Joey Diaz word.
That's a big Joey Diaz word.
So to bring that back to last Saturday, we go out and we're having a great time. We go see live music. Well, we go to the best burger in Chicago. If you've not been to Au Cheval, when you get to Chicago, you know what you need to do is, if you got more than 2 people, you need to tell anybody else over 2, take your best friend, get in the line.
You need to cut the group.
You need to cut the group. And to that guy who cut us off and had 5 people and was still waiting at 10 o'clock, I'm happy for you. But so me and Pat, this is great. So last week we finished the podcast. I at the end, I started the podcast I finished the podcast how we started it, with a nice Coors Light. Thinking I'd have 10, Pat can never get an Uber here. So you can have it at least 10 minutes.
I'm shocked that Pat Lynch got an Uber, man. Blowing off the dust off his phone.
I had no option.
He had no option.
I have the Uber.
No options. Also, $38 for Ubers last night. Sticker shock. Never going to complain about the Bucks again. So, I cracked my beer. I go use the washroom afterwards. I'm waiting. I'm chilling. Pat's like, he's here. And I was just like, excuse me? What? I have a full beer. So me and him chug it. We get in the Uber. We go down. We put our name in. Go to Bandit. There's already a line, Joe, to go upstairs.
What time is this?
It's like
9:30.
Okay.
I was like, no, yeah, like 9:15.
Yeah, but they weren't going to let dudes up. They're just not going to let it happen.
You gotta have a table. You gotta go online and reserve tables. I looked that one up online, but like,
How much is that, do you know?
I think it's free.
You just gotta
reserve.
reserve
You just
table?
gotta have a table. Yeah.
I'm sure
You
you
gotta,
can
it's
spend
got
a
to be
minimum
minimum,
or
right? No?
Imagine that you got to spend some kind of minimum, but I mean, if you get it like 7, I can't imagine that.
Maybe Joe's birthday. It's a little gift for him.
There we go.
So
his credit card.
we go there. We have a nice beer. We're watching Gonzaga lose. It's killing me. Pat's like, we both use the washroom. Come back. Pat's like, I'll get us a beer. Crack open another beer. Au Cheval hits us. So both of us have to chug another beer. So we are 4? I'm like
We're 5 deep. By that.
5 deep before we hit Au Cheval. I remember sitting down at Au Cheval thinking, smells great in here, but holy crap, am I flying high right now? Just feeling so good. Best part of that was, Joe, is our 2 bears, 1 cave hat.
Yeah.
Dude immediately comes up. The head chef comes up and he's like, 2 bears, 1 cave.
Wow.
And we just started talking, and then
Is
the
this
chef
one with the 2 bears on
yeah,
it?
or
Okay.
no, 2 is it what?
2B, 1C,
Yeah,
like the
2 balls,
kinda
1 cock.
Yep.
built like the or made out to
The
look
blue
like
one?
the Pornhub logo.
Yes.
Kind of those
Yeah,
colors. Yeah.
And so we're just chit chatting with the chef, having a good time. Food is unbelievable, just out of this world. It's quick, it's easy, it smells phenomenal. We go from there to Buff City. We meet up with Brian.
Oh yeah.
The place is unbelievably packed.
Mm-hmm.
The band was great, but they were about 92 years old.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, but 92 years old.
I saw the Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Brian's there. It's me and Pat. Franklin comes in. Franklin is flying high too. He's 0 to 60 ready to go. Mm-hmm. So we text our boy Chris. About 11. We have to, tax season. We have to keep it easy.
Yep.
So text Chris like, hey,
Yeah, really easy.
we found that, or Chris let us know that one of the people that he's seen lives in River North.
By the time we've gotten into Bub City, we're about 8 deep.
Yeah.
For a late night.
So we're thinking,
For a light night.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not very economical.
Mm-hmm.
But we're thinking, let's go to Bub City. We'll be right by where she lives. It's got to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Perfect timing. We'll do Chris a favor. We'll hop in. He won't have to drive anywhere.
Yep.
Pat texts Chris about 11. No response at all. So we're thinking, okay, the guy's he's pulling it. He's having
Still
a good
haven't
time.
got a response, actually. He said next week.
Never responded.
No, not at all. So then it's 1:30. I'm like, okay, Chris it'll be like 2:30 is the latest. If not, we'll take an Uber home.
Yeah.
So we head over to, because 1:30.
Can I ask you a question about Bub City?
Yeah.
In that area, are the streets
All
still
of them,
closed down?
It's awful.
They always.
The one in front of Bub City's closed down.
God,
I don't know what the rest of them are, but
It had to be like a month ago.
Yeah, it's difficult
I
to
don't
get in
know.
and out of
It was the night I went home early with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's in February.
Yep. And I just remember they had that street closed, but then they had the streets closed
Yes.
on the opposite sides of those
I don't
blocks.
remember that. I just know the
going,
one. I know the one
like,
in Bub City's closed.
Yeah, they had the one
Yeah.
going.
No, I know
was
what you're
that
saying,
east
though.
to
You're right,
west,
'cause I
but then
remember
they also
walking.
had
Yes.
shut down north and south. So like for 6 blocks, no Ubers could get in that area.
Yeah, because they
Altogether.
allow people. They need to stop allowing the restaurants to be in the street. That's an issue.
Not to mention all the fights and brawls that break out there,
Yeah.
like all the time now.
So it's so we walk over to Rocks thinking we're still gonna catch Chris.
Yep.
It's about 2:15. Chris responds, "Yeah, I'm at home." And I was just like,
No. Shenanigans, erroneous. You texted me
Like a
like,
kangaroo car.
you're like, you texted me hi. And I responded back like,
Listen, I was with white boys with big butts. All right.
Must be
You
nice
are
to get
right.
text back.
erroneous. I'm like, he's like, hi. I'm like, hi back. And then he takes his sweet ass time being like, yo, where you at? And by the time he had texted that, I was literally like 5 blocks from home. I'm like, well, I'm almost home. I don't know where you're at.
You knew exactly where we're at.
I knew you were in River North. I saw the Snapchat of Brian like dancing like 3 Coors Lights deep. I'm like, I have no idea where they're at, but I know they're somewhere.
So we just get an Uber, and it was.
And Pierre's threatening to kill me on while I'm at home.
I was so pissed because I knew, like, we had stayed at Rocks, like, just in the hopes that we could. And by the time we got an Uber, we got home at like 3, and it's just like your life is over at that point.
Yeah.
We've got to make the correct decision of stopping at like 1:30.
And then I explained to Pierre that they were nowhere near
Yes.
where the city lives.
So then my real bone to pick is this guy kept telling me all night. Oh no, he told Chris, why are you giving Peter directions? He didn't give me any directions. I went by what you were telling me that Chris was going to be in River North.
Yeah, River North.
I would have been.
It's a big area.
I would have never abandoned River North if it wasn't you telling me Chris is going
I
to
don't know where this woman lives. I'm not stalking her on the down low. I'm not catfishing Chris McGraw over here. I don't know where she lives or where she allegedly lives.
If anybody knows about anybody's personal life, it's you. You're the only one who asked anybody for
I didn't put the Apple tracker on the girl, all right? I don't know where she's at.
I wouldn't put it past you. That's all I'm saying. All right? Okay.
So, Joe, how was your weekend?
It was fun. I went to Omnia.
We saw.
That was fun.
I'll let you stay.
Interesting. We actually didn't go home we were home at like 5.
Nice.
Which is surprising for Sarah.
Yeah.
But I think she's like, this is the one thing kind of Joe asked for. He's about to go see a drag race tomorrow night. So I'll stay out till
To the break
all hours of the night.
dawn.
I do have a question.
Yes.
You were the one message that I remember from Saturday night that I did not respond to as well, Patrick, was Joe asked which schmuck didn't have signal on his group chat. And I was wondering why you were asking
I showed
that.
you the awesome video that he sent me of his nice smoky drink.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah,
okay.
so I was trying to send a video and over Signal, it's kind of like...
Wait a minute, you can get Signal, but you can't get Uber on your phone?
No, you chose to have it.
One
Options.
very important.
Yes.
Signal's very
I
important.
feel like Uber is pretty important.
Hear me now, Chris. Signal's very important.
I have signal.
What's
So I can understand why
You
Peter
don't have
goes,
an iPhone 2, all right?
Peter has also Snapchat. He has 2 apps.
Yeah.
Very important apps.
No, and Venmo. You gotta have Venmo so you can
And
take
so
Venmo,
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
And
nice?
then-
How about Uber so you can get home?
No.
What's nice about Signal is if you have it, especially if you have friends who are on different cell phones like Apple and Android, you can send uncompressed files no problem as large as you want across. So I was trying to send a video, got myself a nice whiskey at the Hell's Kitchen
I saw that. Peter
restaurant.
showed me that, yeah.
And
This looks so
and
cool.
it just came in this little glass case, completely, it just looks like smoke. He opens that bad boy up, and there's a whiskey in there that they had.
So you don't mind me
like,
asking,
smoked.
what is that? What is the cost of that, and what whiskey did you get?
It was $20.
What whiskey?
Okay.
I'd
Yeah,
have to look it
yeah.
up. It's
For
not
$20, you're not getting anything.
the brand. The brand
Probably
wasn't.
decent whiskey, but no.
Jack Daniels.
No, it wasn't anything like that. I mean, it's a maybe it wasn't 20. I'll be honest. I didn't kind of. It was a birthday. That weekend was a birthday treat to myself and Sarah because both of our birthdays are very close to each other. So I just got my bonus from work. So I was like,
Oh, yeah.
let's treat ourselves on this trip.
I don't care about
Do
money.
the stuff we want. Yeah. So
I said nothing wrong.
I didn't really pay attention. I mean, it wasn't like $100, but it wasn't. I don't think it was any more than.
It was
50.
like, you take the money.
Yeah.
The best part is in that photo or that video, you can see the cow's heart still beating as Joe was chewing into
I
it.
got myself a beef. Not
moving.
beef. Yeah. A beef Wellington and at
Chef
those
Gordon
restaurants,
Ramsay's.
Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington,
Wellington.
and they cook it medium rare.
Yeah.
So although it did look very red, it was delicious.
It's Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, I
It's literally on the front page.
I got some of that.
Yep. So that was
Not
good.
smoked.
Extra smoky.
How was the drag race? Did it change your life? Did you want to jump
Drag
in?
race was. I'm not gonna lie. It was.
Did you win the first prize?
No, what I love is that Sarah. So we bought tickets to this show the last time we as a group were in Vegas for Max's thing. I happened to it was during COVID. Sarah was watching tons of RuPaul's Drag Race. I was like, hey, look, this is that show that you like, and she's like, we should go to. I was very drunk on that trip, just in general, throughout the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
So
my liver still hasn't forgiven me for that.
So
one.
Sarah goes, do you want to go? And I was like, sure. Yeah, I'd go. And then she's like asking questions, and I go, wait. Are you booking the tickets for this right now? Like, as I'm 20 feet away from this sign in Vegas for 3 months out? And she's like, yeah. I was like, all right. And so we sat
pats his liver on the back. I'm sorry,
legitimately
buddy.
front stage and center.
Nice.
Could touch. It was one of those old school Las Vegas kind of clubs where it's just you have a stage,
like a lounge.
real cool, yeah, and then a bunch of seats, going 50 feet back, but there's booths and tables and stuff. We were right next to the stage.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
Joe got to see a show like we did at Lina the one night.
It was a lot of
yeah.
fun. I won't lie. It was a lot of fun.
Did you get up on there and do a little booty seat?
No, they asked for someone from the crowd. I was wearing a very bright red, the kind of like the Magnum PI shirt.
Oh, nice.
The Magnum PI shirt, and I was like, I am not going to go up here. They're like, how many? They're like, oh, we love that all these people are coming out, especially because of COVID, and to all the men that got brought here by your ladies, you Midwestern fellas, and I was like, God, they got me pinned straight down. I was like,
he's looking right at you. You Midwestern,
yeah,
sandbagging,
potato eating,
Dick Bruman wearing,
yeah. So is that
4-eyed mother?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 2 and T. I was like,
Screw the Josie lock of the country.
how dare you pick Cincinnati?
yeah. So
How much money I lost on your picks this year?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta use the water.
You think I can do this for fun? You think this is for fun?
Listen,
I'm hiding out for the bookies.
stick to the football. You have it's like an 80% winning streak in football. Anything else, pretty shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I shot a bunch of guns Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I wanted to do like a gun thing, so I got to shoot.
Did you get to shoot an AK-47?
I did. That was the
Nice.
last gun I picked, and I just kind
It's,
of.
I think it's the only spot in the United States that you can actually shoot.
Yeah,
with.
that was a lot of fun. I shot
Did
a
you do
couple.
that with Sarah by your own?
I did that with Sarah. So
nice.
Sarah did like a 3-gun pack, and then I did a 9-gun pack.
Oh, nice.
We would be
And
way
so-
too hungover to do that.
That was a lot of Oh, that's another thing, man. It's very we drink basically all
Non-stop.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
non-stop.
all day.
I was just thinking about it. It legitimately is. You get up, you either work out, you don't work out, and then it's
Drinking.
and then it's
just
immediately
snap,
just
snap.
crack a can.
Somebody does it, and then I was like, well,
Well, they're doing it. I might as well.
Yeah. That was different. Not having beers as soon as you wake up.
yeah, it's called non-alcoholism.
Yep.
You could have, Joe. You let the team down.
That is true. Definitely did tons
That's
of
the
drinking,
best.
just not in the hotel.
Lauren was she went to New York recently, and
Yep.
it's like Friday morning. She's at the airport. I'm like, how many vacation beers have you had yet?
None.
She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, your vacation, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a vacation. How many vacation beers have you had? She's like, oh, I don't do vacation like you do.
Yeah.
Oh no, lady.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
When you get through,
That airport beer is the best.
You
of
treat
course.
yeah.
You
Oh.
can't get through security. You treat yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
$13 of goodness. I don't know.
Oh,
Hey.
it could be
Listen.
25. You're throwing them a little tip.
Yup.
Come
Yup.
on now, baby. Oh, that's actually good. I have tons of stuff I want to talk with you tonight. That I did read this. Do you guys have tipping fatigue? Everything that tipping as in anything that you do for somebody now, you come in, you order online, and you pick it up. They flip the sign and they ask you for a tip. There was an article about how people are they're happy to during the COVID and the pandemic, but now there's kind of a precedent. Anything that you do, you kind of tip.
Yeah, you kind of tip for everything now, as opposed
and
to.
if you don't tip correctly, you get yelled at.
I don't think I tip more than I used to.
But do you feel like there's more people asking for tips?
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't do it.
100%. Yeah, Pat's a cold-hearted fuck.
Yeah, it's
and
hard though
so-
because if you get a cup of coffee and they're like, "Here's a tip," and it's just like, but this is
Even at the gun range, they're like, we don't expect tips. It's always welcome, but don't feel obligated to.
so now you gotta give him a tip.
So yeah, gave him a tip.
We,
But
we do
when
have
I
ammunition.
gave it to him, he was legitimately surprised. Like, he really was like,
Tips aren't-
oh wow, that, very thankful.
Tips aren't
and-
cool, but remember, we do have live ammunition, and we're better shots than you.
Yeah.
But I read this article and I'm like, I am there are times. Well, listen, I've been called the worst tipper in Chicago, and I don't feel like I am, but I'm kind of getting labeled that way. But I also feel like why do we? What happened to? And the other thing is like it was better when you just give a couple bucks, and it wasn't on everything because you had the receipt sign and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Throw a couple bucks when you felt like it.
I still don't like the bathroom attendant guy. No need for be that in bars.
The worst is they want you to Venmo them now. Problem is you don't want to. I heard that I don't know if this is true though, but you don't want to give everybody your Venmo because they can be requesting like payments all the time, and it's
Sarah told me the wildest story.
Okay, so I did hear some weird stories
over the weekend. She was talking about she went to a bachelorette party. This was the last time she was in Vegas.
Oh, it's good. We can bring up your bachelor party
years ago. And she said it was like a friend of a friend was starting to request random Venmos from people, just random stuff, sending out $5. Got drunk and belligerent to the point that they were sending their ex-boyfriends. Like it became a thing.
Wait, this is Sarah's friend? Because I heard this story on something else.
This was Sarah's friend that did this. This was the last.
So
time
this is the thing. Like you get drunk and you just ask people to pay you money.
Yeah,
no, you ask your exes.
She ended up making $930 that night. Almost paid for her trip. I was like, that's unreal.
I guess I bet you your bachelor party, Joe, you'd get zero.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't even know how you.
Wait, was this the person who was getting married, or was this?
No, this was like just somebody in the group of the bachelor party. So not Sarah, not the bachelorette.
This is insane.
She's showing some titties.
Oh no! I mean, she was Venmoing random people. She was Venmoing.
This must be a thing.
Requesting Venmo. I mean, it blew my mind.
Silliness.
It's
absolute
like
silliness.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have Venmo.
Did you ask for donations when you were at the compound?
What?
When you were at the compound. Did you ask for donations when you were at the compound?
It took me a second to realize, what he was talking about.
Your bachelor party, boo boo!
The bachelor party you went to, the compound.
The compound.
Oh! I slept on a cot.
You look miserable. You look like Anne Frank.
You should request some donations to get some upgrades in bedding.
The guys
Joe was in a closet, or in a attic, with no blankets, no pillows.
No, I had no blankets.
No
the first
pillows.
night, I had no blanket. I used my jacket, and I had no pillow. I had a cot that I just kind of sank into. So the spring holding up the edge of the cot was kind of my pillow.
So did they plan on like 8 and you were the 9th? Is that what happened here?
Yeah, it was a very late addition to the thing, and because it's soon to be family,
There was a couch option somewhere.
It was the end of the night. My first night there. It was the end of the night. One of the last people up. Saw everybody had a bed. Found a cot in a closet. Walked that all the way up to the attic, along with the other. It looked like a home for kids trying to get adopted. Like that's honestly what it looked
absolutely.
like. It was just
from the pictures,
series of beds. A small roof that you couldn't stand up all the way in.
Yep.
And I just kind of put myself in a corner, and that was nice timing. And
Double rainbow.
just used my blanket the first night, and then somehow there was a pillow that somebody,
threw at you because you were snoring too much.
They're like, oh my God.
Use as a
Oh my God. That room was nothing but fucking like loggers just sawing wood all night. Just.
You know what I get nervous about? That's one of my biggest fears.
At one point, there was a dude farting in the corner. Like, it was just like I was like, man, I'm lucky I'm tired.
Joe's like, this is what it's like to be with the McGraws feel like all the time when I'm on there.
Yeah.
Joe's not a snorer.
I'm not a
Joe's a farter.
I am a farter.
He only did it the one time.
That was, yeah.
Oh, no. It's
in
hilarious.
New York.
Well, you guys got it
in skiing.
Oh.
Skiing. No, yeah. Wait, was it? No, Pat's cough the whole time were... Me and Joe woke up at 3 in the morning and we looked at each other. Who's going to kill him? Because you was going to be me. Because one of us has to. I can't sleep with this.
The Hamilton Farnham group with me was fucking great.
Oh, no. Joe doesn't snore at all. That's my biggest fear is...
Occasionally I'll snore when I'm
really
drunk.
Or if you fall on your back.
Or I fall, yeah.
Yeah, that's
if
my
I'm drunk,
I
I'm
don't
drunk, I
normally
snore too.
I don't normally sleep on my
You're
back.
not too bad.
I don't think I'm as bad as I used to be.
So Friday night, you just come there, everybody gets together, kind of like a meet and greet, drinking, having a good time.
Yeah, introducing myself. Yeah. And then the next night, we get...
was the cookies the first night or the second night? Or the biscuits?
The biscuits.
Oh, no biscuits. No, there was a girl named Biscuit that I thought was funny. The wife of someone.
Oh,
but
okay. Nice, I do remember that.
No, the second night
I
or
was
second
very
day,
hungover
we
Sunday.
go to a bar called Pug Mahone's. Play on Pogue Mahone, which is Kiss My Ass in Gaelic, and
Oh, nice. Okay.
so we went there, tried to get green beer for St. Patrick's Day, couldn't get it. Played a bunch of pool, that was fun. Got back, started to play poker. Not the first eliminated, but second. And then I just sat there for a while, and I was like, this is so boring. I'm so tired. So I just decided to go to bed and take a nap, and I slept for like 2.5, 3 hours. Woke up past dinner, no food, just snacked, and then I was like,
And then
all
Joe
right.
was getting hangry.
I was like, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't
I'm
want that.
just gonna...
Oh, you got to feed Joe.
I'm just gonna meander, and it was a lot of basketball watching. You know, it was right before March Madness, but it's just a very different scene.
No. That's sounds like the one guy. It's
just not my cup of tea.
You got to plan.
Nice
that out.
guys, but yeah, they just my fun, their fun is different. You know, it seemed like a lot of guys had a lot of fun. So that's what's important.
Good then.
As long as the Bachelor had fun, and he did. So
okay. And then what time did you leave Sunday?
Sunday, 8:00 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Joe was ready to go.
I was like, yep.
I was that most hungover. That Sunday was the most hungover I've been in quite a bit.
Yeah, I woke up and everybody was already cleaning up, and I was
Which
like,
weekend was that?
It was just a bunch of
St. Patrick's
dads,
Day.
is what it was.
That was where you guys went to.
Debonair.
Debonair, yeah, that was the
yeah.
time change. It was terrible.
Yeah.
To hangover.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to Debonair in a while, Joe, and I think you and me we both agree it's a lot smaller than I think we remember.
Oh, that part is
Tiny.
The horse
I
head-
remember.
the horse
I-
head-
I-
especially the basement.
The horse heads are gone, I think.
Really?
And they
Well, I
got
was
rid
too
of the
drunk to notice they're
BDSM parties too.
That
is
it
what
was
that-
definitely brighter downstairs for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, dance floor is a lot smaller than I remember. Maybe we just
Dance
I
floor is always
explored
small.
it. I explored it every time we were there, Joe.
Yeah.
We really got up to that second level and just it was good times.
Yep.
All right, so the next thing I want to do on the podcast is a new segment I was telling Chris about. Yay
We missed that
or
last
nay?
week.
Yeah, we didn't miss that. None of us have that in us, Chris. So it's a yay or nay. So I'm going to give you two options, and you tell me yay or you tell me nay.
You got to pick
You
one or
that you can't do nay to each one.
Yeah.
You have to pick yay or nay. Okay?
So it's like either or.
Yeah. Or
Would you rather?
There you go. Would you rather? This one I thought was kind of fun. This is.
We make it up for lost time here?
Pretty much.
Would you rather be at a concert and not be able to drink a Coors Light / your favorite drink while listening to the band that you want to see? Or would you rather be able to drink your drink or your Coors Light, but they don't play your favorite song? So, like Chris Stapleton, when we went that one, they didn't play Parachute. Would you? Which one would you rather? Yay or nay to?
I didn't care. Let's play my favorite song. I want Coors Light.
That's I'm
Really?
going Coors Light, even if they don't play my favorite.
Even if you
song.
I
go
thought
with
you were
the-
gonna be like, would you rather have Coors Light or your favorite drink, or would you rather
I
be
don't
stuck
mind.
at the worst band that you don't want to see,
When
like
I went
Dave
and saw
Matthews?
That's what I thought.
No, when I went and saw Rando King, I was there for a couple songs, and I would have been very disappointed if I didn't get to like sing along to one of my favorite songs.
He's only got like 6 songs anyways.
Yeah, but I mean Morgan Wallen, if he doesn't play with Whiskey Glasses or
This Is How I Talk.
yeah, or
That was a good one, Chris. The head layers.
Time, I would be upset.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a decent one. Patrick, what you thinking?
Sexy Pepsi.
Said, and here for the 20th time, he couldn't look any more disappointed to be in front of this group. Don't worry, Pepsi, we got you.
Oh, a little Bud Light lemonade.
Little Bud Light lemonade. Okay,
Is that
so
a peach flavor too?
no, strawberry, baby boy. All right, so that one you guys didn't seem to like that much, but that's okay.
No, we made our choices real
We
quick,
just
except for Pat.
very quickly. Yeah.
All right, yay or nay? NFL free agency has been better than the actual NFL season.
Are you determining trades in the free agency?
Yeah, I mean the whole.
This is free agency, buddy. Yes, trades count.
So like the craziness of like Russell Wilson going to Denver, Watson going to Cleveland, Tyreek Hill coming from the Chiefs, going to Miami. It's been insane. What else is left? There's like everybody and their mother has moved. This has been insane.
Justin Fields traded to somewhere not.
No.
But yeah, free agency is the better option.
But
right
think
now.
okay, but
No,
you
I
got to
don't think
include in the
so.
season. You got to include in the season the Chiefs Buffalo game.
That's a playoff game.
That was a playoff game.
But
But
that's
yeah, still a season.
NFL season.
I think those playoffs were insane. I'm going with the playoffs.
But, okay, so that's NFL season. So you would yay that and nay the other one. What do you think, Joe?
Say it again.
So like free agency, like I don't know if you've been watching it, but it's kind
Oh,
of.
I've been seeing
Yeah.
all the chat messages, and I feel like
Joe feels like he's back at the compound.
yeah. It's just a lot of talk that I don't understand, And
I like turtles.
I was like, man, I want to turn off
yeah.
notifications on this fucking group chat because there's so much shit going on that I don't know
That was all
or
Brian
care
and Max
about.
too. None of
Oh.
us could get into that. We were just too busy.
I was just like, this is going...
I threw my phone across the room because I was busy, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Pat was texting, Peter was texting with Pat, and Max and Brian.
So would you say then did you like the NFL season a little better?
So it's literally just this past season.
Yeah. So the NFL season, like I heard this on the radio.
I would go. I like this NFL. Yay to the NFL season. Nay to
free agency because you just don't. Yeah. So
Yep. Although it is
free
surprising,
agency.
it was surprising and interesting how much happened.
changes is
Don't forget how good those playoffs were this year. Every game was awesome.
I didn't watch much of the playoffs.
Okay. And the last one here.
Just like it was your problem that you didn't get picked up last Saturday, bitch.
I remember this, Christopher.
Boom. Bitch. And I was like, bitch. Okay.
Get to the segment, please.
This third one.
That was the third one.
That was the
Or
second
we're going to the third one. Sorry, rather.
You guys need to
That
stop.
was the second one.
Secondly, we did our boys a favor this week. Go back to 76 and listen to our wonderful rave reviews of the Pub Ale and Guinness, what we call Black and Tan. What did you guys
Not
think?
Black and Tan.
What did you think?
It was not black and
It was a
tan.
pre-mixed black and tan.
No, it was not black and tan. It was black and black.
It tasted, honest to God, it tasted like a watered down Guinness. Not to the point of being bad, but
just
it's just a mild.
You know what sets it
Guinness.
off though is the shower beforehand of it. That's what you guys missed out of the shower.
Yeah, it was all.
I mean,
over
every fourth sip, it reminded me of Ice House. Every fourth sip was pretty good.
Okay. So, and then me and Pat, we're finishing off. We did a really good job. Unless you've thrown out a lot of beers, your refrigerator's pretty clean.
I threw out a few, but not that sounds.
Anyways, what's the last one?
Wow.
You threw out the Modelo.
Did you at least
Negro.
pour them down the drain and say, one for my homie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let that go. You know, this man's he had to make room for his new washer and dryer.
There were some beers that nobody was ever gonna drink, and I got rid of.
Did you give him a homeless man at least?
Huh?
Did you give him to a homeless person?
No.
You throw them away.
I have
What
two
homeless
cases-
person is sitting around?
I have 2 cases of Bud Light at home.
Nice. Bring him Saturday.
24
Just drop him
packs.
off.
Yeah.
Should be like,
Here you go.
birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't actually entitled to today, and I'll tell you after this, but would you rather be stuck in traffic because Willie Wilson gave free gas? So in Chicago,
$1 million, baby.
Willie Wilson, a guy who ran for mayor.
Dr. Willie Wilson of the Willie Wilson party.
They said it wasn't as bad today.
He
'cause
gave
they-
away $1 million worth of gas. Last week he gave $250,000 worth of gas. He's doing a great thing. Gas is insane.
Yep.
Doing a really nice thing about it.
Trying to build a little votes for
But
knock off
if you were stuck in, I kind of had to play this two ways. Would you, if you were waiting to get gas, like what if you didn't know and you just wanted to get gas? And you're like, what are these lines for gas?
Oh, I have a story.
Yeah. How crazy would that be? Or would you want to be one of those people who's in Costco waiting for gas like an idiot? Or would you rather have to take a shuttle because the CTA is down? The
I heard about the train today going out because
all the lines were down?
Yeah.
All the lines. So holy sweet baby Dre.
Wait, is the
from Belmont to the Loop on a
Is
CTA bus.
the question, do I want to...
Would you?
Which would you rather
Would I
be?
rather wait in the gas line or wait to take the shuttle, right?
Or no, be on the shuttle. Take the shuttle
Would you
from
rather
Belmont to the Loop.
Yeah, would you rather have to take the bus from Belmont to the Loop or sit in line for gas?
I'm waiting for Willie Wilson's gas.
Okay,
I'm waiting for Willie
hold on.
Wilson's gas too.
Can I add to this? Because they said if you were not in line at 3:30 in the morning this morning, you were not getting gas.
They said you couldn't line up until 7 in the morning. They would not allow you to line up. Is what they said.
That's
What
what
I-
happened the
what
first time. Was 3 in the morning. People were waiting from 3 in the morning.
Maybe this was yesterday. I heard this.
I don't know if you've ever had to wait, take a shuttle bus, Joe. I'd rather do anything almost on earth than that.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying though, Joe. I'm sure it was a madhouse.
But I heard people
first
this
time was
morning
3 in
were
the morning.
waiting in line.
At least waiting in line in
to
your car.
the point that
you put my
they
music
weren't
on.
even sure that you would be able to get gas.
Yeah.
Which
At
is
least-
like,
at
can you
least wait-
imagine waiting in line for that?
At least,
No,
waiting,
yeah.
at least waiting for gas. You got a podcast. You're by yourself. There's some
That's
weird
true.
homeless person on
Yeah,
you.
great point.
You are making but you know what kills me is when I watch people at Costco who sit in those lines for gas, 20 cents. And I know because I've checked gas prices everywhere. Costco is maybe 20 cents. If you can get in there and get it, sure, it's worth it. But if you're waiting,
Yeah,
I
Katrina
can't-
was Sam's like 2 weeks ago, and I was in and out, no problem.
me and Chris go at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, that's the only time to do it.
It was like Friday
last weekend when I had the bachelor party, when I was coming home, I was like, I'm gonna get some gas out here in the boonies because it's cheaper. And I saw
Which is
Woodman's,
not, but
which
yeah.
was like, at that point it was like $4.19 compared to the
No, that's not
$5.
bad. Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is great. but you could only use a
Fill up some
debit
plastic
card.
bags.
That it was the slowest.
The whole Woodman's is no credit anywhere.
I did not know
It's
that.
all
So
debit or cash only.
yeah, so I had to
I
use a
didn't know
debit
that.
card,
Yeah.
and those pumps were so slow to fill up 7 gallons of gas. I'm not joking. After everything was said and done, I was probably there 45 minutes.
Ho, ho, ho!
And this is right next to where I was staying, so I was like, I should have just gone to a regular gas station, paid the 80 cents difference, and then just been on my way in 2 minutes.
Katrina and I always stop at Woodman's on the way back from Wisconsin, because the liquor tax is like non-existent.
Yeah,
That's crazy, Joe.
it was. I mean,
That's insane. That would frustrate the.
I put 2 credit cards in, not knowing about this debit thing, and then I finally figured that out. But once I did that, I mean, the tank, it's so slow. I mean, really, you just sit there and it's just going.
I feel like those are like big pumps when you just like sit there forever. Like, you know how long it's taken. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it was
you're screwing me over here.
Yeah.
quadruple the time to fill up just half a tank than it would have.
And you
anywhere
gotta
else.
wonder if that's a little bit on purpose. They want you so that they think gases are gonna go. I don't know what, but
I don't know.
can
Man.
you imagine in the winter? Like when I'm out there, it's literally like when I have to do like a quick one.
Oh.
It's 5 minutes. I need to be in and out. I
Yep.
need to get back in that car.
Yeah.
This winter's gonna kill me.
You can always just put it in there and put the thing on and then go back in your car.
Yeah, but you gotta get in, get out.
I never do that.
Come on,
Because you have him
Patrick.
pump
You're
gas
better
for
than
you.
this.
No, I pump the gas most of the time.
Sometimes.
Beer goes in and gets drinks for us.
Yeah. So it's a good. It's
It's a real team
It's
effort
a
over
system.
here.
It's a
It's a
system.
system.
Pepsi
But-
sleeps in the back.
So that's the new system. That's the new hopefully segment. I'm going to try to do that. I feel like that's a good way to get a little juices flowing here. That's a good story with that Woodman's. If you're in Wisconsin or you're in Illinois, is there any in Illinois?
Yeah, his was in Illinois.
This was in Illinois.
It was one in
yeah.
Aurora, I think, too.
Is it really?
This
By
is-
Aurora, I think somewhere by Aurora.
Yeah, this was right by Chain of Lakes.
You know what kills me is
They're employee owned.
Terrific.
That's no. You know what honestly kills me about these guys. So, Elmwood Park is 40 minutes out from where I work in Geneva. The gas in Elmwood Park is the same in Geneva. How is that possible?
Yeah, it's
There's legitimately the gas prices. Rush thing hits off. We're up $1.
It's because the property tax is so high in Elmwood Park.
But even then, I don't think the price of a barrel of oil it has gone up
It's all
No.
bullshit.
enough to
It's just I'm
justify-
like,
no.
we could use that.
yeah.
Check out the prices.
Yeah. Well, they did talk about. I actually read an article that was talking about this. That everything that you're hearing for the reason of the gas prices is all shenanigans. It's actually because gas prices had dipped so much. We were not producing a lot of gas in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of people in to do like all those jobs stopped. Like everything kind of stopped. So and then in the industry was saying, hey, you need to ramp up production. Like, hey, let's go. So any slight decrease in supply, forget about it. But it's not Russia's because Russia's oil is.
Well, there goes my bracket.
Oh yeah, Gonzaga lost.
Yep.
Ah!
All right, let's see who's the shitty one now.
Big Mike has got to be out of it because I think he had Gonzaga in Illinois, so Big Mike's done.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
I just pooped the bed, I'm pretty sure.
Son of a gun. Because
Am I better than Davis? That's all that counts.
I really was hoping so I don't have to give up a guy a swag gift. So I don't have to work on.
Ryan has the highest point totals. Ryan and Patrick McGraw have the highest point totals.
Patsy!
This might not be.
I'm pretty sure because
This might not be
Gonzaga's
reflective.
my
This might not be
champion.
reflective of good loss because I have 152 still, and I have Gonzaga as the national champion. So
yeah,
there's no way.
Gonzaga is the national champion.
I don't think it's
All
reflective.
right, Pat, will you wait 5 minutes and get back to us on that?
We'll do. Stay tuned, ladies and
Pat
gentlemen.
Tomasulo over here on sports.
Yeah, buddy.
Yikes.
I'm trying to think.
Joe's like, damn it, I'm going to have to buy the case. He's like,
How-
why did I do this again?
I'm ready. Yeah. I have no clue.
You know what's crazy? I didn't think about this. Joe was in Vegas for the best weekend of,
Yeah, college basketball.
Yeah.
and you probably didn't give two shenanigans about it.
Didn't give
was
a flying fuck.
It was so busy, I bet, because
Oh,
that
yeah.
weekend is insane.
I didn't think about it until we were driving in, and then I was like, "Oh, college basketball's on this weekend. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna be huge."
Because
And
like,
there
yeah, sports.
was tons of people. Yeah,
Oh,
Where's
and
that,
at the sports
where the
books.
sports books?
sports
packed?
books are packed.
Oh yeah.
Also, pool party areas were very packed.
Did you go?
That was nice.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to a pool party?
Yep.
What,
we
how warm
went.
is it in Vegas this time of year?
It was, I think it was like low 70s, which was enough to. I mean, we sat like poolside, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything was beautiful. Everything was
Minus
beautiful.
one person at that.
Oh,
Mr. Camila.
man.
Joe,
Right.
your eyes looking a little black there. You gonna fight this weekend?
No, man, it was.
Joe, you do look a little more tan.
Yeah, I was out for. It was just the one day. The next day, we did other stuff.
Joe got punished the next day.
But
for
that
his run
day
your
we
eye.
sat poolside, and that was nice.
What day was that?
That was Saturday.
Oh, so you're coming off a little. What time did you have to get up for the pool?
The pools didn't. We stayed at the Aria, and the pool opened
Damn, this
at
boy.
11.
Man, spend the night.
Joe's like, bonus time, let me make it rain.
And
Here's a big pile of money. Let's put a little gasoline on it.
yeah, I was like, let's see if we can get.
See how much money I can blow in this weekend.
Well, I was like, let's see if we can get into one of these pool party things, and let's just try the one at our hotel. And yeah, we got in for free because we stayed at that hotel, and we got there right away, and we got a spot. It was either a cabana or nothing. So
Obviously
we
nothing.
weren't gonna do the cabana.
Yeah.
And we sat
Why
poolside.
not, Joe, baby? It's bonus Joe.
We got prime spot. We got to, and then as time went on, like especially like 12, 1 o'clock, people started coming in, and then it got flooded.
What time did you get up if you went to bed at 5? This guy.
Oh, probably like
This-
10:30,
This.
10:30, 11.
When have you ever gotten up at...
Woo, baby.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I forgot. He wasn't drinking. He wasn't drinking with the McGraths. That's why it was a little easier to
Yeah.
get up at 10.
But I
Where'd
get
you
up-
see it? The Omnia. El Jefe?
It was someone.
I'm not gonna work here much longer.
Illumination or something like that.
The Illuminati.
It was
song.
someone that he was a DJ. He was a DJ that a bunch of people recognized. I just didn't recognize him or
Was it
Google
as
him.
crowded as Yoki or no?
Oh yeah. It was.
Did you get
packed.
jam packed? Did you get blocked onto the floor and locked in?
No. We
Did you
just
go-
we
go ahead.
stayed off closer to the side. A lot of time we were either we stayed upstairs in the patio for a lot of
Nice.
it, and then we went downstairs and we were kind of where we were for Steve Aoki
Okay.
behind the
The DJ
DJ booth and dancing over there, so we
Okay.
could get to the bar and then get back. Because I
Yeah.
knew they close down the floor and they don't let you in or out.
Yeah.
Or they let you out but they don't let
They
you
let you
back
back
in.
in,
So I was
yeah.
like, there's no point getting into that and then needing a beer and then coming back. So
You just gotta do shots of tequila off somebody else's body or bottle.
Sorry, it's
Yeah.
There you go, Pat.
Bad
Get on the
Lips-
body.
Bad Lips was doing body shots in Vegas.
yeah.
Wow,
It was a hairy navel.
Yeah.
that's actually a drink.
I know.
What's in that? Do you know?
I think
The
it's
one,
peach
the one, I'm
schnapps.
not sure. The one I took was not.
Oh, it is
talking about
peach schnapps,
I
yeah.
think it is peach schnapps.
Yeah.
Right up my alley, Chris.
That bitch loves the peach.
You know what? Thankfully, Brian and Joe did not get into a pissing contest. We've been doing shots last week.
Oh, you mean Pat and
Me and Brian.
Yeah. Who did I say?
Joe
Joe
and Brian.
Brian.
Sorry. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
They get to a pit, like Joe.
Brian was crying after having like 3 beers. He's like, this is my 3rd beer, guys. This is like my 9th, Brian. Shut up.
Poor
All
Brian.
right, if you buy what?
The best part is you could tell by the end of last Saturday, Brian was like, "This is where I need Joe. Like, you fancies going home?" Brian's just like getting into it a little bit. You know what though? He did have the opportunity to go with Franklin. So Franklin was going back to his standard bar, his like local bar, Snickers, to go back and talk to the bartender. He also told us the story that there was a guy and a girl who were fronting like they were married, but he's pretty sure she was a hooker.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's because he got prices, so that might mean she's a hooker.
Was it affordable?
I don't remember. I
Yeah,
didn't really get into details on prices. I don't
am-
need them at this point, but maybe I'll keep that in mind.
I know
You
this
gotta know
is-
what the market rate is.
Hey,
I am curious, like what it costs to, like it's not something I've ever thought about, but it's
Yeah.
like I wonder what the price of that would be. Like if they said it and I'd be like, whoa, or I'd be like, it's cheaper than I thought. You know what I mean? Like, and then at that, yeah, I wonder what like the fair market value of a,
I think it's weird.
quality,
yeah.
Yeah.
Quality. So I was listening to a podcast about a
Prostitution?
no. It was it
Yeah.
was how to run a brothel. No, it was about
Brothels are us.
it was like a mob guy who just gotten out of jail, and he was talking about he used to run a brothel, and it was $30,000 for a fun night. Whoa! And I was just like,
I remember the HBO Cat House. They would charge like multiple amounts on like the guy would like charge like 6 different credit cards. To the
yes, yeah, because you had to get
because they wanted to keep it like you didn't want his wife to know like a certain amount of money over.
Yep.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
and they would actually fly people in. Like if you were a high enough roller, they would fly
Oh,
you
I
in.
bet. Yeah.
You and Sarah check out any. I mean, Nevada. When you're in Nevada, Joe, it is legal, bud.
Certain parts only.
Did you get a couple of those like little
Those
booklet
aren't
things on
things
the
anymore. Like they're not as
Maybe,
prevalent.
my
maybe
favorite-
more in the summer, maybe not the winter.
My favorite thing was what
Oh,
was
that's
it?
true.
The
We
one
had-
time we went for your birthday. It was me and Zach, and we kept grabbing them. We kept dumping them. I think it was either Pat
Oh, those
Lynch's or
cards?
yeah, Pat Lynch's or Franklin his sweatshirts. We just kept dumping them in. And then
It was
somebody
Frank.
put
It was Frank.
yeah. Then somebody put their hood on, and then like 17 of them dropped on
That
top
was
of their
Frank.
head. Oh yeah, me and Zach were just drilling that one.
Thinking about vacation, we gotta get one planned here, boys. We got one for Joe's bachelor party, but
I was thinking Austin.
I need one soon.
That could be.
Play Austin.
Play Austin.
I was watching John. It's not this week, but it was like 2 weeks ago. John Oliver. He did a thing on ticket.
Or we can go to
like,
Florida.
We could definitely do Florida.
No,
I would love to go
we're
to
already
Florida.
doing Florida for his birthday, right? Or for his-
Maybe. I haven't decided. Maybe we just go to Amsterdam
Well,
and
why
we
don't
check
we
out
go-
the red light district.
Why don't we go to South Carolina?
Red.
Alabama? Anybody up for
I
Alabama?
heard Mississippi's good time of year.
Alabama, Mississippi.
Get you to Orleans again and go to that place where you can pee in the hole.
No, we're not peeing in the hole.
Which
again.
one?
No, wait. To go back to so this is actually funny. I was thinking about concerts because we have a ton of stuff planned for the summer already, and John Oliver did a thing on ticket pricing and how what the scam is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know how we always say it's a scam? No, it's 1,000%.
Oh,
true.
yeah.
They showed a percentage of actual tickets sold. So Mariah Carey did a concert in Hawaii. Guess how many actual tickets were sold to the venue? Like to
How big
actually
of
just over
a
people.
venue is it?
Like 30,000 maybe.
I'm gonna go 5,000.
Like so percentage. So was that what?
It's 5%.
No.
7.5% was sold.
30,000 tickets
Yeah. You would think how many to just regular fans?
7.5%.
Like through Ticketmaster.
through Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
I would guess it. I would hope at least 50.
7.5.
6%.
Wow.
6%.
And so where does the rest go? Like secondhand markets?
Dealers buy them up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
they've been
no.
trying-
They
they've
go to
been
credit.
trying-
They go to credit card. Well, most of them actually go to credit card companies.
Yeah, they
Oh,
go
that's how you
because
get
the
like
pre-sale.
the yeah.
Yeah.
They get pre-sale, but like they've been trying to stop those companies from buying them up.
No,
Like,
but that's BS.
no, like the ticket resale companies, they've been trying to. Like, that's why they put in the verification.
No, that's
is
that's
it BS
that's
too?
BS.
it-
They did a ticker broker conference.
Uh-huh.
They did a sting, like somebody did a random sting and went to Ticketmaster and was like, hey, because you're only supposed to have one account.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm trying to how many accounts do you think I need? He's like, I have clients who have multiple accounts, hundreds of accounts, and that's not supposed to happen because they're not supposed to be able to buy all these
I
tickets.
mean, I had
Well,
two accounts by accident.
I
Yeah.
mean, look at. Okay, so we have season tickets to Wrigley Field, which
Yep.
gives us usually first access to tickets.
Yep.
Sarah wanted to go see the Lumineers.
But I think they're allotted. The Cubs got allotted to certain because I could pick anywhere in the stadium I wanted to go.
Oh, I understand. But what I'm saying is, I got access to those tickets a day before Wrigley was selling them because
Yeah,
of
but
the
Wrigley
credit
already
card.
had an allotment of the tickets that they could sell.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Pat. What I'm trying to say is that
He had
the stadium, the people
Yeah.
who own the stadium
don't even have
first access to sell tickets because
They-
a credit
he got-
card company
yeah,
can
he
sell.
got it.
Yeah, I mean that's all.
It's
But the
ridiculous.
biggest scam is who's the issue? The biggest issue is Ticketmaster.
Yeah, it's,
They need, and you know
this
what?
is what Andrew
He
not
can't- yeah.
Santino,
Or
Santino.
Schultz,
Andrew Schultz was talking about.
but he can't, and they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Are you like the biggest like guy who's tried to change the whole thing is Pearl Jam.
Yeah, they went like several years about going to Ticketmaster for their shows.
Yeah, but you're going to like the Wisconsin State Fair to do a concert.
When they Pearl Jam's a big name, so they booked big venues. So, but like anybody else would be screwed.
That's it. That's how you change
Yeah.
it. Is you have to like the big guys have to be like, hey, we can't do this. But you know what the problem is? They're selling them at $70 a ticket, and they're seeing them immediately getting resold for $220.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
they're-
ridiculous.
what is it?
So what they're doing now is they're holding an allotment, saying they're going to be for fan club, and then they're just reselling them in the secondary market so they can make a portion of it.
Yeah.
And here's the issue: is you know what though? You know what I'm feeling is I think that market. I think they're all pricing themselves. I can't tell you how many times I'll never buy. I don't care to go right away to buy. You can buy cheaper Cubs tickets off the secondary market. you can buy cheaper Hawks tickets, Bulls tickets off the secondary market. You don't need to be the first one in line anymore.
No.
Because the fees are insane.
You know what's crazy? I think people are getting kind of tired of it too. Like
Yeah.
look at Lollapalooza just went up a day or two ago,
Yeah,
a couple
on
days
Tuesday
ago.
Yeah.
at noon.
Yeah, and they're still selling their tickets.
Yeah.
And their turnout or their lineup. I mean, I don't
Wasn't,
listen to
it
a lot of
wasn't
music,
great.
It was.
but I mean, it looks better.
Metallica's-
It looks better than it's been
Green Day's
in
there.
a couple
Green
of
Day.
years.
Well, the only two I want to see are Green Day and Metallica.
I would have
Yeah.
loved to go on last year if Max didn't get married. I would have saw
Fighters.
Foo Fighters and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Limp
a
Bizkit didn't play there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
now you got pulled out of COVID.
Oh, he
Oh,
did
really?
play? Really?
They didn't play. They were supposed to, but they didn't play.
Oh, that's just
But I mean, if you
You
look
know
at,
what,
but if you look at our season tickets for the Cubs, like our if you take all the tickets we bought, our per ticket price was $43 with fees.
Yeah,
That's about as cheap as it's gonna get.
yeah. No, I'm cool with that. I'm just saying, it's super. But we've known this for how many? Everybody knows this. You're getting gouged. It's ridiculous,
Oh,
and it's all bots.
So it's a luxury
Yeah.
item. That's why.
But they say that like when they say they sell at Madison Square Garden in 30 seconds, they sold like 15,000 tickets or 10,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Not like anywhere near because everybody owns so many other
Yeah,
tickets.
and then you
right
go on the secondary market like I did for Chris Stapleton. You see that
Yeah.
people are selling tickets that you could still go to the Wrigley website
Yeah.
and get for $100. They're trying to sell them for $1,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Where the real market is, you find these small concert venues for these up and coming people, and you go and buy those tickets, and then you try to sell them for more because there's such a smaller venue. These
Yeah.
big venues, forget about it. You're never gonna make any money trying to sell. You might be able to break even over time, but you're never gonna be able to sell because like Chris Stapleton will come back.
Yep.
Jason Aldean's here all the time. All these guys will come back. It's
Oh
not,
yeah.
if you miss
I
it
mean,
this year, you come back next year.
Yeah.
We're
They always, they all make the rounds back every year.
if you live in
seems
Chicago,
like-
if you live in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you live in a major
Yeah.
area, yeah.
metropolitan. Yeah.
Or not far from one of
Yeah,
these.
I mean, if you're like in the middle of Iowa, you might be a little.
Yeah.
You might have to take a shot when you get it.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, it's just
Like your
Wow.
boy Dave Matthews, he freaking makes it to the
Every year,
Chicagoland area somehow.
Every year.
Yeah, that was a great conversation last week. I'm sitting there in the basement looking up when Dave Matthews was playing in the Chicagoland area last Saturday. And I'm like, oh, Patty plays the 2nd of July. We have tickets to the Red Sox game that night. And Pat's like, they're playing in the afternoon. I'll be able to go to the game, and I'll be able. I'm like, no, Pat, they're going to move the game to prime time. He's like, there's no such thing as prime time in baseball.
On Saturday.
Pat, I'm like, they're going to flex them into prime time. And then I go look up the schedule, go look it up. I'm like, see, Pat? He's like, what? I'm like, they're playing 6:15 on Saturday that night. He's like, well, I guess I'm not going to the game anymore.
So we got tickets. Maybe we take A. That's
Oh, I would have been so PO'd if they would have locked out this season and missed the Red Sox because I bought them 2 years ago when they were supposed to play during 2020. And if they would have missed this year too, I'd have gone to Rob Manfred's house and then Bud Selig's house and punched them both in the face.
Katie bought me tickets for a show at, I don't know if it's pronounced Talia Hall.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's TH, but I didn't know if
Yeah,
it was
that's
Talia or Talia. But she bought these tickets in 2019, and they're only available, or the show's in a couple weeks for. But yeah, she bought these things in 2019, but they just didn't go because of COVID. Can you imagine that?
What's the show?
It's an English stand-up comedian. His name's slipping me right now, but yeah, she bought these.
Is it
for
Mr.
me.
Bean?
No, no. But man, it was like you could see when she gave them to me. She's like, "I'm not able to go now because whatever, something was going on." She's like, "But I bought them for your birthday, so here, take them." And but yeah, you see the originally purchased November 2019 or something like that, and
That's
now
pretty
they're
crazy.
finally coming through.
I bought a concert for Katrina that was supposed to be last year,
Yep.
supposed to be this year, and now it's in 2023.
Yeah.
Wait,
Think of-
when?
What
I'm sorry,
concert
did you
is
say-
that?
It's the Matchbox 20 concert.
Oh, really?
When is it?
It's in 2023 currently.
Possibly. We don't know.
I honestly thought you said 2030. I was like, holy
That's what I
shit.
heard. That's what I heard. I was like, what?
2023.
Well, that's like, look at our Hella Mega Death. Is it
that was only
Hella
1 year
Mega
ago.
tour?
This has been delayed
I
twice.
know.
now.
Well, what is it? Didn't Chris Stapleton get delayed 2 years? He was supposed to be in 2020, and then he was supposed to be in 2021, and he got moved all the way to this year.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Chris Stapleton,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chris Stapleton. I
Yeah.
thought it was supposed to be 2020.
But is he? I didn't think he was gonna. headline that whole concert. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, he's got some like.
Is there
No,
Summerfest this year in Chicago?
Not Lake Shake.
Not
Milwaukee.
Lake Shake.
It's
But
Milwaukee.
Summerfest.
Sorry,
we have,
Summerfest-
I'm thinking Lake Shake.
but
Sorry.
we have the cookout.
Wait,
Lake
is-
Shake is still, the name is still valid. Like, they're hopefully going to maybe come back next year.
Is Summerfest still? Is
Oh,
it,
yeah.
Is it 4th of July weekend, or are they still keeping it
I
at
think they moved it up to 4th of July again.
that back to? Because last year it was on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Thomas Rhett's the headliner for that.
Really?
There's like
Yeah.
9 headliners. It's like
Well, but he's the one I saw at least.
Yeah.
That's
They
one.
just actually, me and Chris talked about this. They just did the Ravinia. If you're not, well, then most hopefully a lot of you are not from Chicago, but in Chicago, it's not even in Chicago, but it's a outdoor concert venue where
Chicagoland area.
old people. This is like if you had a tent city for old people, rich old people. This is what it would be. And so you come to this place. You can bring any food, any drinks. You can, and you got to get there early because you gotta.
Yeah, if you want a good spot.
Yeah, you have to like.
First
dig
come,
out-
first serve.
You gotta dig out your spot. And some people go so elaborate. They even bring like couches, like night lights.
personal chefs.
Yeah, it's insane. And so they have and it's actually kind of a fun thing. Like you take the Metro, you get a couple drinks, you drink on the Metro, you get out there, you know somebody cooks, and then you have a
You
couple.
watch old people die on the metro ride home.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Ravinia, but so this year they have no pet.
They have
Nobody.
Pitbull coming, Pat.
Yes, they have Pitbull.
With Iggy Azalea or something like that.
Oh, wow.
But he's on a Thursday. Like they also have like the best guys. Like their best concerts are always like Wednesday.
That's Chicago though. That's because you live in Chicago. Like you can sell out a Tuesday night in Chicago. You save like a Friday, Saturday for a harder venue, a harder city to fill.
No, I get that. No,
Oh,
I
that
100%
makes
get
sense. I see that. Yeah.
But it just there's literally the only one I thought we would know that we maybe want to see, but not even they're headlining.
Stevie Nicks.
Is too many zoos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was
Wow, they're headlining. Okay.
yeah.
Good for
but,
them.
I mean, the headlining. Who knows?
Yeah.
I haven't. They only have that one song we know. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Yep.
But because they were part of Moon Taxi for the one song.
Yep.
That's the only time we knew about them.
Is Moon Taxi still a thing? Or did
Oh yeah, no, they're killing it. I just haven't. I've tried to catch them here, but every time you know what the problem is? Our concerts are either in April. For some reason, Chicago has all the concerts February, March, and April, and August, September,
Nice.
and so we're
Nice.
just it's hard to catch a
Yeah.
good concert.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Sorry, Dave Matthews always on the 4th of July, Chris.
Don't care. Never going to see Dave Matthews.
Never
Him
know.
and Darius Rucker. I'd rather have Morgan Freeman talk me through masturbation.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get
them.
them to tag team a concert, a tour for you, Chris. We'll knock both off in one shot.
And you know what? The only way I go see Dave Matthews is if he was on a boat on the Chicago River and I was on one of those bridges and I could shit on him. Yeah, that's the only way I'd see Dave Matthews. Okay.
So I like to hear Chris. I like
Oh,
to hear-
what?
Okay, and if you to wrap up this beautiful podcast with Chris's wonderful words, we always end on some good notes.
Yep.
That was a good note to end on, I think.
That was yeah.
They believe they found the gene that could prevent Parkinson's disease.
Nice.
Wow.
That's crazy. I remember I was getting a haircut one time, and this guy came in, and he was with his father, and his father had Parkinson's, and he asked if he could go, first, just to get him and his dad and get out. And I was like, oh yeah. And his dad was like, you could tell it was really affecting him, like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
But the one thing he was doing was there's like a marijuana without the THC was helping him. Like if he did
I've
that,
heard about that. Yeah.
that helped slow it down, but it's not.
No. It's just yeah.
You know, a lot of the guys from the 80s, like all those guys who did
Cocaine.
Acid.
yeah, they really think a lot of that will play into like that's playing into the higher Parkinson numbers at this point.
Oh, really?
I feel like drugs are more prevalent now. I'm curious to see the generation.
Oh, you know what?
like years from
It's
now.
crazy. You're right, because like cocaine, I don't feel like was like when we were like in our early
even-
but maybe
even-
we just weren't exposed to it. But now I see
Even
all
the
the time.
difference of just like 5 years. I mean, now
Yes.
I see it everywhere, and you hear about people doing even harder stuff like heroin and all these drugs that are just way like these disassociative drugs.
Yeah,
it's not like a fun time anymore. It's like I don't want to be here.
it is so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we see it all the time at the bar. It feels like it's the 80s again.
Yeah.
Because that was like such a like they didn't understand the addiction of it, like how addictive it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has a pretty good idea that if you get
Now
hooked,
everybody's hooked on ketamine and opioids.
That's another
They're
one,
like,
yeah,
I'll do the easy stuff. I'll take some cocaine, please.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
ketamine is supposed to be it's supposed to be like what's his face? The guys from Fighter and the Kid. They take that all the time.
Oh, really?
Like ketamine, what's his name? Chin. He's taking himself off it. But you're right, like
I didn't know that was something that you could just get like that.
oh yeah, ketamine treatment. Theo Von has done ketamine. He did a guy who had ketamine treatments on it.
I know people that
Caffeine, it's a hell of addiction.
done. Yeah, that's the only
Beer
thing.
itself addiction.
Yeah.
Did you see King the Sting in the Wing?
No.
It's it's new now. It's
Brendan Schaub,
Brendan
Theo Von,
Schaub,
There was
and
none of this last week.
Bobby Lee.
what's up?
Bobby Lee.
No. Who? Chris D'Elia.
Oh, really?
It's phenomenal. It is. Chris D'Elia is him and Theo Von out of this world. Like it goes Saturday Night Pregame podcast, the King and the Sting in the Wing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you gotta check it out.
So that's a whole new podcast.
No, it's like there used to be King and the Sting.
Oh, and now they just renamed
added
it to include.
Chris.
Okay.
Eric Griffin's still on a little bit. I think Stevie Weeby's gone. Yeah.
It's a garbage podcast.
So sad.
It's not, you don't like it? I think it's hilarious. I think Chris and Theo are. Dude, Chris,
Chris D'Elia just
his
drives me
podcast,
nuts.
his stand up doesn't really do it for me. But when he's with those other two guys, oh my god, he is on fire all the time.
I mean, they have some like kind of moments, and then
Yeah.
they're mostly missed to me. Theo Von's good though.
Theo Von is. I'm kind of sad that we missed his. I heard his stand up was good. Yeah, I heard it was good. But my birthday weekend was a blast.
It was a lot of fun.
Dominated.
Yep.
There's a new plant derived that they are turning into plastic, and it's tough as bone, and as hard as aluminum.
I thought they were trying
And
to get rid of plastic.
Well, but no, but it's a new type of plastic. Like so, it is
it
biodegradable.
biodegradable?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's better for the
The
environment.
environment. Okay.
Yep. Very
Think of the turtles, Christopher.
Hey, that's what I was doing. That's what my question was.
Thinking about the turtles, El Road in London has been closed for a month to allow frogs safe passage.
Nice.
What was
cool.
it close?
A road
road?
in London so that they can.
So people aren't assholes and cut across
I got
To
you.
the
try to
median
kill
and
'em,
kill
yeah.
'em. Like they do here in these states where they see turtles running and they'll purposely drive on the other side to run them over.
What asshole does that?
I don't know.
that's-
Some
no,
guy.
they didn't.
There's a YouTube video out there. Some kid in college. His thesis was to show that people will purposely go out.
No. He wanted to. No, his
Was
thing
it
was.
not- I
No,
thought
it
it
was.
was
It
in
was a
college.
try. No, it was.
Yeah.
It was a thesis, but they were trying to figure out why all these turtles were
dying.
these turtles were getting killed on the highway. So he wanted to see if people would slow down or get out of the way if they saw a turtle on the side of the road.
And people would purposely go over the median and run the turtle over.
I would slow down.
It was a
personally.
plastic turtle.
Yeah.
And people would, like, he had set up a camera, put a plastic turtle out there, and people would just break it and break the median and run over the turtle.
People are
Just
the
a
worst.
bunch of people. You red-shelled motherfucker. You ain't gonna take me out. I'm gonna take you out.
That's
Get off my land!
That's such a crazy story. Me and Chris read one today that a 14-foot
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
Ninja
pretty much.
alligator
Prehistoric alligator.
in Florida, an alligator laying out on a stretch of highway trying to get some sun.
Oh my gosh.
Got hit. A guy didn't realize it was an alligator. Hit it. The impact of him hitting this alligator shot him into the ditch, turned him and killed him, or flipped his car and killed him.
And then the
Alligator
alligator got up,
nosing
grabbed
on
his nuts, and
across
like, that's
the-
right, bitch.
Why does anybody go to Florida?
Yeah, Florida's crazy. That I actually saw this morning. I texted Chris this. I found out that they call the road that I drive to work the road's name is Kirk. They call it Killer Kirk because so many people I guess die on this road. This morning I saw a car flipped up. It was the most insane thing. There was cars going this, so I'm going this way. The cars all going this way. The car's in the ditch over here, upside down, and it doesn't look like it hit anybody. So I have no clue what happened.
Alcohol.
Alcohol, falling asleep
but there were
with the
people
wheel.
sitting on the but I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I thought that was crazy. I'm like,
That's
uh-oh.
wild. Yeah.
People fly down that street, too. The speed limit's like 50 or 45, and they got like little signs up to tell you people's speeds, and you see people going 75 down that road.
I mean, we've talked about this probably every other podcast, but people driving right now need to get their shit together. Like, calm down. Like, it's ridiculous.
yeah.
Just we listen. Everybody wants
Saw a
to
guy driving on the shoulder today.
It happens
Well,
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
just
frustrates
like-
the shit out
It's
of me.
my most pet peeve.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing
Last one.
to hit.
Last one.
Yeah.
Good one. End on a high note.
You
I don't-
shut your
go ahead.
mouth.
I don't
Go
ever
ahead.
brought that on even though like
Yeah,
You're-
you always
you're
do.
just- you're just the
you
devil.
bring it.
Listen.
You bring it down.
This is
back to
actually for
Steve.
my buddy, for Chris, as he's moving out in the world, becoming an adult, getting his own place.
I'm winning. At 36 years old, I'm finally winning, guys. Pepsi, I appreciate it. Thank you.
taking cooking
You
courses.
did it, Chris.
I did it.
Oh.
Thanks for the quality chat.
Am I good to fucking talk?
Go on.
Quality chime in by Peter McGraw right there.
Thank you. Taking a cooking course has a magic pill-like effect on mental and physical well-being. So you need to learn to cook. Taking a cooking class will help you.
You know what else has a magical effect on you? Is when you get more than 6 hours of sleep. I hate taxes.
Well, thanks for letting us end on a high note, Chris.
Hey man, take a cooking class.
Yeah,
I didn't ruin it.
Learn to cook.
Yeah, that's it.
Feed yourself.
Learn it.
And this podcast was proudly presented by DLM Tax. Get your taxes done at DLMtax.com. You have literally, .net, whatever it is nowadays. That's how tired we are that we don't know our own address. But, yeah, you got like 3 weeks to get your taxes done and in order. And, if you need an extension, these guys will get it done for you.
Exactly. Thank you again for joining us here on a wonderful Saturday night. Get your pregame in. Have a drink responsibly. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you next week.
Bye!